Mr. Ali, you agree with me that if you must sustain reliability, you need sustainability plan. What are some of the, hiccups you might have encountered in some of these communities that you feel needs to be tackled as soon as possible?
We are very strong, we are very real when it comes to sustainability, because one of the disadvantages of renewable energy is that the equipment you use will get to expire or will get to go to reach to the end of the lifespan after a particular period of time. So sustainability means planning from the beginning, plan with the end in mind, planning that by the end of the lifespan of this equipment, what are you going to do to continue to sustain that intervention? So we are very big with sustainability. And one of the key strategies we adopt for sustainability is building our entire intervention around the private sector. So we are trying to roll out from the traditional concept of giving contracts to put infrastructure, but we are going towards more around partnering with the private sector, whereby the private sector will catalyze investment and funding in the form of debt or equity, and also getting capital grant from REA to deploy the infrastructure. The wisdom behind that is that the private sector will have a skin in the game. If they get a debt financing to deploy the infrastructure, it means that they will make sure that that infrastructure is working over a very long period of time for them to recoup their investment, for them to pay off their debt and also make profit. So that is one of the key strategies we adopt. The second strategy for the big intervention project that you see on the screen, these are the 12 megawatt, 10 megawatt, 5 megawatt project that we intervene in the educational sector. For this, we have a much bigger sustainability plan. We are seeking approval now of the Honorable Minister of Power to create what we call the Renewable Energy Asset Management Company. And the essence of that is to create a company that will warehouse this asset. And in the balance sheet of this asset, all this big intervention will now be in the balance sheet of the asset, and which means that the company would even have the leverage to borrow more funding to be able to continue to deploy the infrastructure, and at the same time will also be able to manage the infrastructure using the private sector for a very long period of time. So that is something that we are looking at.